Good morning, everybody. Lee Brower here, and welcome to this week's edition of Meaningful Monday. I am grateful to be here, and I am glad to be here. You know, this is a wonderful time of the year. Last week we celebrated Thanksmas. For those of you that don't know what Thanksmas is, it's taking Christmas and Thanksgiving and combining them together so that the whole reason, it's a selfish reason initially, and that was so that I could get the whole family together at one time. Because, you know, sometimes you try to remember, do we go to your parents' house this Christmas or my parents, or was that Thanksgiving? And so this way we just eliminate all of that and we get together for Thanksmas. And it's a no matter what meeting, so you do everything you can to get everybody there. So we celebrated together, and one of the things that we do, traditions are so powerful. Traditions are so powerful. One of the long-standing traditions that we have, among a few others, is our hands on the tablecloth. We trace our hands on the tablecloth every year, brand new white tablecloth, and we write down the date and our names, and then we write down an experience that we've had during the year that we're grateful for. 8-year-old granddaughter said, "I'm grateful for today because I get to be here with all my cousins." So that's what she wrote down. But it's a capture of so many things over years. It's a capture of those that have left us, where you can walk up and put your hand on their hand and feel them. It's an opportunity for little children to put their hands on their hands from the year before and see how they've grown. It's an amazing tradition. Many of you have adopted it, not only in your families, but in your business. I think that's a wonderful, wonderful thing, and you've made it your own. Well, our children came to us recently and said, you know, we've taken thanks and must and put it together. What about Christ giving? And I thought about the definition that I enjoy most about the word charity is the pure love of Christ is charity, where you give unconditionally. I think of my Jewish friends, they have a great word for it. It's called tzedakah. It means to give unconditionally, anonymously, without expecting anything in return. I want my children to feel that. I want us all to feel that. So we said, how do we put Christ's giving back into it? So we came up with this idea of issuing a check to each of our children. So each of our children then get a check. It's not a big check. It's kind of a small check. Not super small, but small. And that they gather their family around and say, how can we use this check to bless the lives of others? And if possible, anonymously, and for certain without expecting anything in return. And they're so creative in the things that they come up with. And they multiply them. You know, they go out and multiply it by putting together like flower arrangements and then selling them and taking 5 times what we gave them and going out and doing something with it. Or maybe as simple as baking cookies and selling them. But they just get creative and they make a difference in people's lives anonymously. And it's just so heartwarming to hear their stories as they come back. You know, and this is the season of giving. This is the season of giving. And our children, our young children really are probably more excited about what they might receive. But it's wonderful to watch that transition to where they actually get more excited about what they might give. They start to learn that that's where the real joy comes from giving, especially when we can give without expecting anything in return. It might be said that such giving is really the true spirit of Christmas, I think. Mother Teresa, I heard a story that she told this last weekend. That she told. She said that one day she learned of a family of 8 children who had not eaten for days. She said, I took some food with me and I went to them. When I came to that family, I saw the faces of those little children disfigured from hunger. I gave the rice to the mother. You know what she did with it? She divided the rice in 2, and she took half the rice and left. When she returned, Mother Teresa said, I asked her where she had gone, and she gave me this simple answer. To my neighbors, they are hungry also. So oftentimes, it's the poorest amongst us, that have the most need, that reach the farthest, that stretch the farthest to help others. But our communities are full of selfless, generous people. Some people believe that success is receiving more than you give. But those who give more, even if it means receiving less, have achieved a level of success that cannot be matched in any other way. You know what? They've really discovered the pure spirit of Christmas. Let's find those opportunities, shall we, to be able to give unconditionally, to help others give unconditionally this wonderful time of the year. And then let's find that spark, that little spark that we can carry with us every day of next year. Enjoy this time. I look forward to talking to you next week. Thank you so much for being with me. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.